Welcome to episode 207 of Are You Being Real? I'm your host, Mark Shapiro, and today's episode is all about birthdays. In fact, this week was my 37th birthday, January 27th. I was born on January 27th, 1982, and I figured why not dedicate an episode of Are You Being Real all about birthdays, because we all have them. And sometimes taking a look at our birthdays, knowing how to celebrate our birthdays, and knowing how to honor and celebrate our friends and our loved ones on their birthdays, there's not exactly a roadmap and a code book for that. And because I've sent over 5,000 personalized birthday video messages to people now, I figured that I would do an episode of this podcast all about birthdays, sharing a little bit about my own personal experience about birthdays, some of the research that I've done, share with you some of the lessons that I've learned from sending over 5,000 personalized videos to well over 2,500 people, as well as just some lessons that I wanted to pass along to you. So maybe you can make your birthdays a little bit more joyful, a little less stressful, as well as really celebrate the people in your life that you care about on their birthdays and really on any other day in the calendar year. So let's drop into today's episode, and we'll lead off with a quote from Oprah. Oprah said, "The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate." So Oprah said that, and she's saying, all right, we got to celebrate more in life. Celebration brings joy. Joy is happiness. But if that is the case, why do we only celebrate ourselves really one time a year on our birthdays? And why is there so much pressure on our birthdays? So I think our birthdays tell a lot about ourselves. Our birthdays tell a lot about each other. In fact, I've created a little acronym as to my research as to why birthdays tell a lot about ourselves. So the acronym TEL starts with time. When looking at our birthdays, it's a really easy time to reflect back on our lives, to be reminded that time is flying by and that we're not going to get any time back. There's really just the time that's left to experience in the future. So on our birthdays, some people, when they think about their birthdays, they're thinking about where they're at in their life today. Is it where they want to be? Maybe they're looking at how they spent the previous year of their life. So for me, looking at the way that I spent my 36th year, was that like the type of year that I'd want to establish? Was it a waste of a year? Was it a great year? Am I happy where things are at right now? So time is a big piece, as well as the fact that we are all going to die. Unless something really dramatically changes, we're all going to die. And our birthdays are a big reflection of that. So that's the T in why our birthdays tell a lot about ourselves. The E is the event itself. It's our birthdays. Some people celebrate their birthdays all month long. Some people resist their birthdays and don't tell a soul about their birthdays. So there's some stress sometimes that comes along with celebrating your birthday. Maybe it's receiving that kind of attention from other people if you resist your birthday. Maybe the event is just a lot for you, deciding what you want to do, having to plan the whole thing, maybe yourself. Maybe it's deciding who you're going to invite to your birthday. There's really all sorts of different things as it pertains to the actual birthday event itself, and thinking that maybe on that one day a year that's our birthdays, that it just needs to be the best day of the year, and all of the big expectations that I know I've personally put on my birthday over the years that sometimes make it so tough to reach those expectations that it's set me up for failure in terms of being really upset when things don't go exactly my way, or it's not the best birthday of all time. The L in tell, as to why our birthdays tell a lot about ourselves and each other, is tied to love. And to me, that is the love that we receive on our birthdays. Is it the level of love that we want to get from others? You know, are people showing up for us? Are people remembering it's our birthdays? And how are they showing up? Are they showing up in person to give us a big hug and to celebrate around the table with us? Is someone stepping up and helping you plan your birthday? Or are people just, mailing it in maybe, or just wishing you a happy birthday on Facebook? Or are they saying something really, truly thoughtful, maybe sharing a memory of you, maybe sharing their favorite things about you and really expressing a message in detail? So I know for me personally, sometimes I look at the love that I receive on my birthday and, I'm hoping to hear from anyone and everyone and really be celebrated on that day. So those are just a few things as to some of the big variables as to what our birthdays are all about and what we look for and hope for in our birthdays. So on that note, wanted to invite you to think about the way you look at your birthday. Is it a time to reflect on your life? Is it stressful based on time and time ticking by and where you're at in your life right now? Is it the event itself that maybe stresses you out? Is it seeing who's going to show up for you and what they're going to say? Maybe it's all of them. Maybe it's none of them. Maybe it's a combination thereby within. That is, in my experience, a lot of my research on birthdays. Now, why am I doing research on birthdays altogether? And as of a couple of years ago, I definitely would not have thought that people would be thinking about me on their birthdays, on that one day a year that's so important to them. They're wondering if they're going to get a personalized video from me again on this year on their birthday. And the story behind that is for the past 2.5 years, I've been sending every single one of my Facebook friends a personalized video message on their birthdays. Now, I started doing it 2.5 years ago when my dad passed away. And on social media, I had shared a lot about my dad's experience with Alzheimer's and being sick for so many years that when he passed away and I posted a picture on Facebook letting everyone know that my dad had passed away, I just received so much love. And I wanted to really show my appreciation for anyone who took the time to share a really thoughtful message with me, that I sent a voice message back to every single person. And what I realized by sending those voice messages is that it took me less time than having to type something out and figuring out what to say, and kind of the agonizing experience of having to pick and choose the words versus speak from your heart. I also found it to be therapeutic because I could just let myself speak my gratitude and appreciation for all those people who were just expressing their love and condolences about my dad passing away. And then the third piece is it allowed someone to hear my voice and to actually experience me versus just reading some copy block or some text. So after that experience, I'm like, wow, it is so powerful to express how I feel to another person, to another human, utilizing my smartphone and technology. What else can I do with my smartphone that can really celebrate the people I care about in my life? And that prompted me to come up with this crazy idea and to start sending personalized video messages to every single one of my Facebook friends on their birthdays. So it's now been 2.5 years. Like I said, I've sent over 5,000 personalized video messages. I have about 3,000 Facebook friends. And a quick interesting point here is that the reason why I said I've probably sent personalized video messages to about 2,000 to 2,500 people versus all 3,000 Facebook friends is that only about 2/3 of people list their birthday on Facebook. So there's a lot of people who are on Facebook that don't want their wall flooded with messages on their birthdays for whatever reason. Maybe they think that they're inauthentic, that it's stressful. But from my experience, I've found that about 1/3 of people don't list their birthday on their Facebook page. But anyways, my thought process behind it and why I'm sending the videos is because I figure as long as I chose to be friends with someone on Facebook, taking 10 to 20 seconds once per year to wish them a happy birthday, to maybe recollect on a memory that we shared together. Maybe it's just sharing some love and gratitude for them. Maybe it's wishing them all the success and love in the year ahead, whatever it is they want. Maybe in the year ahead, that's my wish for them, that it comes true. So I just take 10 to 20 seconds for every person that it's their birthday that day, and I send it to them. So I have about 8 video messages that I send every single day. That's the average based on having 2,500 to 3,000 Facebook friends. And it takes me 5 to 10 minutes to send all these video messages and then to reply to any messages that I get in response. So in 24 hours in a day, taking 8 to 10 minutes just to honor people on their birthdays, I figured is not that much energy and is a really simple and easy thing to do. And what I have found by sending so many personalized video messages is that it's absolutely transformed my relationships. Not only do most people not send personalized video messages on other people's birthdays or let alone at all, so it really stands out when you get a personalized video message from somebody, but taking the time to say, hey, I took time out of my busy day and out of my life just to wish you well. That is a really, truly powerful gesture. And that's why I've received responses from upwards of well over 50% of the people that I've sent these personalized video messages to. And some people didn't even respond after the first time I sent them a personalized video message. They didn't even respond the second year I sent a personalized video message. And then in the third year, sent me just this absolutely beautiful message as to how much they appreciated it and how much it touched them as well. So sending these videos I found is just such an easy way to send someone love on their birthday versus just writing on their wall HBD or happy birthday or something that seemingly is less personal, perhaps more generic than really taking 10 to 15 seconds to kind of do something that's a little bit more unique that perhaps could make a greater impact. So I've been sending these personalized video messages. It's transformed my relationships. I get invited to a lot more birthday parties. I've been offered to be set up on multiple dates. It's led to business opportunities randomly just by getting in touch with somebody. But I've sent videos to everyone. So from people I went to grade school with, to people I used to date, to people, who I used to date, it was their families I was sending personalized video messages to as well as to people that I have no idea where I even met them. I have to look at their pictures to see who is that person? Am I really friends with them? But I love sending the personalized videos, and I found that it really, really transforms a relationship. And I love to give this example, but there'll be times when I'm out at a party and there's someone that I see across the room. And I'm like, oh, I met that person at another party about 4 or 5 years ago. And we had maybe a short conversation, but somehow we became Facebook friends. And don't know why we became Facebook friends, but we're still Facebook friends. And just think of these people in your life who kind of fit into this criteria. You met them a long time ago and you see them again and you're like, is that the person that I met a couple years ago? I don't know. Is it weird if I talk to them? And I know for me, in a lot of those situations, I used to kind of avoid those people or those people would avoid me. Well, after sending these personalized video messages, I find that oftentimes these people who I barely knew, who I met just once, they'll come right up to me. They'll thank me for sending them the personalized video, or they'll just come right up to me and to drop into a deep conversation right off the bat. So it's something that literally took me 10 to 15 seconds to send them a personalized video message on their birthday, create actual meaningful connection, or the gateway for meaningful connection. So now oftentimes when I go out to parties, I feel like I belong because people are naturally just coming up to me because I wish them a happy birthday with a video message. So it's such an easy thing. But the underlying theme here is it's really not about birthdays. It's people want to feel like they are special, that they're one of a kind, that they're unique. People want to feel important or valued, as well as people want to feel celebrated. And the reason why I chose to do these birthday videos and to do them on people's birthdays is for 2 reasons. One reason why I send all these personalized videos on people's birthdays is, one, there's an actual reason to reach out to someone. So if I just reached out to someone I hadn't talked to in 20 years and I send them a personalized video on a random day in the year, they're probably thinking to themselves, what does this person want from me? Why are they sending me this video out of the blue? Versus on someone's birthday, they're expecting to hear from people. So it's actually not that random to reach out to someone on their birthday because that's a day that they're expecting a lot of messages. So that's the first reason why I chose birthdays. The second reason why I chose to send these messages on people's birthdays is because I know how seriously people take their birthdays. And I know that I take my birthday pretty seriously as well. And I figure, if there's other people like me who take their birthday seriously, I want to make sure that I love up people on their birthday so they don't feel alone. So they aren't just looking at the people who didn't send them a birthday video or didn't give them a call, or people who forgot about their birthdays. So I found that that's kind of the second reason why I love sending these personalized birthday videos. So as I mentioned, it's been an absolute game changer for me. It's been really cool to hear from people who have started this birthday video experiment in their own way, whether they're sending personalized videos to everyone they know on their birthdays, or just do it occasionally, or just send a random video message to someone as it is. But it is such a powerful tool. So my birthday, what's my relationship with birthdays? I've always cared about my birthday. I've always wanted to be celebrated, honestly. I've always wanted to be surrounded by people I love. And as a kid, my mom and dad used to throw nice birthday parties for me, maybe gymnastics parties, roller skating parties, fun things to do in the 90s. And then kind of in my teens, I remember inviting probably 10 to 15 of my closest boyfriends to come over and celebrate my birthday. And we'd be out playing snow football in my backyard. Some of them would be looking at pornography, but that was always a good time back in middle school. And I've always enjoyed celebrating my birthday as I've continued to evolve and grow up. And social media has definitely transformed my relationship with my birthday as well. Now that so many more people actively know it's your birthday and are writing on your walls and celebrating you. But what I've found in recent years is that I don't want to plan my own birthday parties. And I kind of want to just go with the flow. So as I mentioned, yesterday, January 27th, Sunday, was my 37th birthday. And as of about a week ago, I didn't have a plan for this birthday. I had no idea what I wanted to do. All I knew is that I just kind of wanted to flow with it and do things that were fun for me. Now, it was a little bit stressful because I had some friends ask me what I was going to do to celebrate. And I'm like, I don't know. And I don't really want to plan anything. I don't really know what to do. And all the while I'm thinking to myself, like, if I don't plan anything and then I'm sitting alone at my house on my birthday, that gives me just like such an opportunity and in high likelihood to feel sorry for myself. So what I chose to do is I asked myself, what do I think is going to be my highest excitement for my birthday this year? And to me, I'm like, I want to go dancing. I want to let it all out on the dance floor. So there's this amazing dance party that happens on Saturdays in Los Angeles. And I wouldn't even necessarily call it a party, but it's more of a transformative, liberating dance experience. It's called 5 Rhythms. And that's what I did. And I made one Facebook post stating that I'm going to be bringing in my 37th year on the dance floor. If anyone would like to join me, here's the link for more information. So I didn't send any direct invites or messages to anyone. I just put it on my Facebook wall and I'm like, whoever is going to show up is who's supposed to be there. And I'm going to be cool with that. And I'm not going to be upset that certain people didn't show up. I'm just going to go do what I love and what I think is going to bring me most joy on my birthday. And that's what I did. And it was absolutely amazing. And I'd say there were probably about 10 to 15 people that showed up. And we had a great time. So it was super duper fun. And then I really spent the rest of my weekend just kind of doing fun activities, going to another friend's birthday, having a group dinner, going to the LA art show yesterday. And it was a really, really beautiful day. Now, you may be wondering, I've sent out so many of these personalized video messages to people. What was it like being on the receiving end on my birthday? Since I give so much birthday love to others, what was it like coming back at me? And I think in the past 2 years, so the first 2 years that I'd started sending these birthday videos, I was really curious to see what types of love I would get in response. And I'd say that that was part of my expectation for my birthday, and I let it affect me a little bit, and I didn't necessarily allow myself to receive the love that was embedded within some of those thoughtful messages that I got. But this year, holy moly, I just feel so overjoyed with all the love that I received. And I did a quick tally. And this year, I received, I think, well over 300 birthday messages. Many of them came in the form of text. Many of them came in the form of just posts on my Facebook wall. But what was really cool is I got over 70 personalized birthday video messages, and I actually weave them all together, and it's over 25 minutes of recorded video love. And I sat and I watched these video birthday love bombs, and it absolutely brought me to tears to see so many people in my life, some close friends, some, somewhat random people sending me these personalized video messages that when I watched just in a row, just brought me to tears, filled me up with so much joy. So that was really, really cool. What messages would I say are probably the most meaningful to me are the ones that actually shared something of substance, in my opinion. So it was the messages where someone shared either a memory that we experienced together, someone offered some words of affirmation, maybe, acknowledging me for whatever it is they see in me. Another thing is someone thanking me for some sort of impact they had on me. And then I also really appreciated any genuine creative wishes that people wished for me this year. So those I found to be the most powerful. And I definitely took the opportunity to really read down my Facebook wall and read every single message out loud and think about that person and read the message and really let it in. Because I noticed that sometimes I have a tough time of receiving love and letting it in versus just quickly reading it and feeling like I need to respond right away. But, I know it's important as a human being, a social creature, to really receive the love. And that's a challenge that I sometimes have. So I found that reading the messages out loud, watching these videos, watching them over and over again, I find to be incredibly, incredibly valuable. So it was a good birthday. And while it was a good birthday, I definitely had moments when I'd get in my head and I'd be, wondering about one specific person who hadn't called me yet. And I found that if I caught those negative thoughts quickly and remind myself that's not my intention for my birthday this year. My intention for my birthday this year is just to do fun activities and to have a blast and just to receive all the love that comes my way, to be the light, to give love away to others, even including on my birthday, that I felt like that was a formula for success. And I noticed that I didn't go as far down that rabbit hole of negative thoughts this year than I have in past years. So I wanted to share a couple of tips for you here today. Some tips to perhaps help you avoid the birthday blues on your birthday, give you some tips to really celebrate the people in your life on their birthdays, as well as some stuff about celebrating people not just on their birthdays. So some great ways to avoid the birthday blues on your birthday. So follow your highest excitement, like I did this year. So what do you think that you could do, or what do you want to do on your birthday this year that is just going to be fun for you? It's like an experience. Maybe it's hanging out with a couple people that you're like, as long as I do that, everything else is totally a bonus. So get clear on your highest excitement, what you want to do, with who, and perhaps prioritize that. You might even want to ask yourself, is there anything that you want to hear from people on your birthday? Is there any specific type of love that you want to receive on your birthday? Is there any help that you want to get from your friends in planning your birthday? Because what I found is that people are not mind readers. You might have people that are raising their hands to help you out. You might not. But in order to set yourself up so you don't find yourself on your birthday weekend upset, be clear and open as to what it is you want your birthday, how you want to celebrate it, what you want to hear. And I think that will set you up to actually have your expectations met on your birthday. The third thing is don't put too much weight on the one day. Birthday is just one out of 365 days. I know it's an invitation to look within and to assess our lives and to maybe come up with new goals and resolutions or to have a wish, but it also is just another day in our lives. It's another day in a year. It doesn't have to be the be all end all. It doesn't have to be your greatest day of the year. It doesn't have to be the most special day of the year, etc. So just, live it like any other day. Do your best, put it all out there, and have some fun. Number 4, accept where you're at. However your life is going, however your last year was, wherever you are in relation to where you thought you'd be in your life, it doesn't really matter. All that really matters is that you accept where you're at right now. That's the key to freedom. That's the key to enjoying and being able to just be grateful for all of the abundance that's in our lives. And even the fact that, holy shit, yes, we are alive and just celebrating the clean air, the ability to breathe, and having anyone in your life around you to celebrate it with. Number 5 is don't let other people's agendas impact your day. It's your birthday. You can spend it however you want. If there's people who are, bugging you to ask you when your birthday party is, that's their thing. That's not yours. As well as feel the need to respond to all the texts and all the messages you got on the day of your birthday. You don't really have to do that. So feel free to let that go. And then the last piece is really to allow yourself to receive all the love that is being showered at you on your birthday. I know for me, as someone who has a lot of friends, and I'm really grateful to have a really amazing community of people around me, I still find myself getting lonely at times. So on a day like my birthday, when I'm showered with so much love, to really receive it and to remind myself that I am so loved. I know it's easy to look at who's wished me a happy birthday, who hasn't, but I don't necessarily need to hear from someone on my birthday to know that they care about me and appreciate me. So I think that was a great reminder as well. But when you put it all together, our birthdays are one day to celebrate ourselves, to take a look at our life, to feel the love, to give the love. But the reality is, it doesn't have to be limited to one day. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous as to, when we look at birthdays, how much love someone receives on their birthday, how many people that you know reach out to you on your birthday, and then the dramatic fall off every other day during the year. Now, there might be a couple days in the year that you receive a lot of love. Maybe it's your birthday, maybe it's other big national holidays like Valentine's Day, maybe it's Thanksgiving, maybe it's Christmas, maybe it's you have a big business win, or you have a big, an anniversary or something that you're celebrating on Facebook, and you get the love on those days. But to me, they don't need to be limited to those dates. We all, as human beings, we yearn for love. We yearn for connection. And to me, we should be celebrating each other every single day. And so that's exactly what I am creating with the Love Bomb app, which I've talked about a little bit here on the show. But it's a way to give love and to bank love and to feel the love on any day, anytime, and always. So that's what I'm creating, because I feel like we don't just deserve to be loved up on our birthdays and to put all the pressure on our birthdays to be loved up on that day, but every single day should feel like our birthdays, or we should get the level of love on any given day, because I think that will create for gratitude, appreciation for each other, as well as just so much love. Now, whenever celebrating your friends, I'll leave you guys with this, that if you want to make a beautiful surprise impression on somebody else, whether it's sending them a little note, a card, maybe making them an audio recording or a video recording, to not only tell someone, happy birthday, or to not only tell someone that you love them or you appreciate them, but to tell them why. Giving them that thoughtful answer goes such a long way. I know for me, the most meaningful messages that I receive are the ones where someone shared a memory, they showed some sort of admiration for me, they shared a thank you or a wish. So if you do one or more of those 4 things, you are going to make such a beautiful impact on anyone that you wish to honor or to acknowledge. So celebrate the people in your life. My good friend Palomi was leading a meditation a couple weeks ago, and she said something so beautiful that I couldn't agree more with, and that is, tell the people you love them often and over again. So I'm Mark Shapiro signing off from this episode 207 of Are You Being Real, wishing you such a beautiful week full of connection and joy and celebration. Make every day your birthday. Make everyone around you feel like every day is their birthday. I promise it'll strengthen your relationships. It'll light you up, bring more joy to your life and theirs. So signing off, sending you so much love. Enjoy your week.